Maeve Mackenzie may seem like an ordinary 14-year-old girl. She has parents, goes to school at Aberdeen High, volunteers at an animal shelter, plays video games, and goes to church on Sundays. Yeah, she seems normal. Except she isn't. Maeve is an outcast among her peers, struggles with social anxiety, she has very little confidence in herself, and can barely relate to the kids around her. Maeve has had questions about what she is throughout her life, but was never able to find answers in either therapy or God. One day, she finally finds the answers she's been searching for, but they weren't what she expected. Maeve says what she thinks is a stray cat from a monster, but what it turns out is that neither of these things are what they appear. The cat is a puka named Gavin, and the monster is a Celtic demon known as a Fomorian. Gavin reveals to Maeve that she's in fact not human. She's a changeling, an abandoned Fae infant that now exists between the realms of Fae and man, and she happens to be descended from the Fae known as the Banshees, harbingers of death. As Maeve begins to learn more about her true heritage from Gavin, she'll gain the confidence to come out of her shell, grow as a person, make friends, but she's also going to find herself pulled into a world that exists on the dreams and desires of humans, but is run by beings that are capricious, fickle, and in some cases cruel. All her life, Maeve has tried to be a good Christian girl. But what if she's been wrong the whole time? That is the premise behind my comic book, Changeling and Urban Fairytale, which is being written by myself, drawn by Victor Campon, and colored by Ginger Foxy. If you were to ask me how to describe Changeling, I would say it is an urban fantasy book that is inspired by anime and manga. It's going to be a mixture of drama, adventure, comedy. If you're familiar with Gintama, with how it has plot episodes and comedy episodes, that's kind of more or less the route that Changeling will take. There will be issues that are more plot heavy and issues that are more comedy heavy. I think that if you grew up watching shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or Bleach, probably even hell Sailor Moon, I honestly think you're gonna find something in Changeling to like, because the fan art I've gotten from this book alone, when it hasn't even been released yet, shows that there's an audience out for that. Now, as I'm completing this video, we've begun work on the first issue, starting with the cover, with pages soon to follow. Progress is slow at the moment, but it's happening. But there's a way that we can speed that process up, guys. And it can help by you guys donating to my comics Patreon. And guys, I mean when I say this, no matter how much money goes into this Patreon, all of it's going to go directly towards paying Victor and Ginger. Nothing else. I'm not keeping any money made off this Patreon. So to start out, here are the tiers. Now, no matter what tier you sign up for, I am going to tell you this, even the lowest one, Freshman tier, which is $1 a month, that gets you access to the official Changeling Discord, as well as do all the others. But if you sign up for the Freshman tier, not only do you get access to the Discord, you also get Patreon posts and polls. $5 a month is the Sophomore tier, which, in addition to Patreon posts and the Discord, also gets you access to artwork and comic scripts. $10 is the Junior tier. This gets you access to work in progress / Q&A streams, in addition to all the other perks. $20 a month is the Senior tier. Gets you access to new issues with special variant covers and character journals, and the ability to cameo. $40 a month, Graduate. Along with all that, you get the opportunity to submit your own entry for a little project I want to do with Changeling, which will be anthology specials. Basically, you'll be able to submit 5 to 6-page short stories that I will collect and put into an anthology special, which is something I want to do with the book later down the road. I want this to be a book that brings fans in. Goal for the Patreon at the moment is to get it up to at least $500 or $1,000 a month. $1,000 so that not only so we can get Victor and Ginger getting more done faster, we can also buy Ginger her own PC so she can get more work done faster. That is how you guys can help speed the process along, just by donating to the Patreon. And as I said, I don't keep any money off this Patreon. All of it goes towards Victor and Ginger. As for when I plan on having this released, I want this book completed within the first half of 2019, with my ultimate goal being able to premiere this book at Jet City Comic Show out here in Tacoma, Washington that same year. So that in a nutshell is Changeling, and I hope I've convinced you guys to consider donating to it. It's a book that I not only believe in, it's a book that I know people are going to love. I know in my heart I've got a real winner on my hands, and hey, should probably keep a lookout. Because once we get past Volume 1, oh boy, well, let's just say this image is gonna be canon one day, guys.